Hello everyone and welcome to our digital service launch webinar. Today we will walk you through a very exciting journey about utilizing online process data and advanced analytic services to improve your power plant performance and reliability. Few words about practical matters. There is a chat box open in this webinar application for any discussion or questions you may have during the presentation. So please be active and we will have a Q&A session after the presentation has been completed. Let me first introduce our presenters today. My name is Ilkka Koskinen and I am heading globally Digital Services business line at Sumitomo SHI FW. I have more than 20 years experience working in power business and I have worked in various O&M roles at utility and industrial power plants. Since 2004, I have been focusing on service providers' role, specializing to long-term service agreements and recent years also to digitalization. How to utilize online process data to improve performance and reliability of power assets. Jari Sundqvist, Chief Product Owner of Digital Services. Jari is a product management and service business professional with over 20 years experience working with industry-leading software solutions and business-critical cloud services. He leads the digital service product and service development, as well as partner management and marketing. Markus Keskiruokanen, Business Development Manager of Digital Services. Markus has more than 5 years experience in industrial digitalization and he has worked together with over 100 different companies. In his previous roles, he has been developing new business opportunities and innovations. Markus relies on data-driven decision-making and he has strong understanding on cloud applications. He leads business development activities of digital services. Let's start this journey with a short video clip. How our pilot customer Vantaan Energia thought about SFW's performance and results.
A couple of years ago, we started to think what will be the next step. We have a lot of options to buy completely new biofuel plant and also different geothermal projects, but we ended up with the idea that we have an old boiler designed for oil. Nowadays we have changed this boiler completely for biofuel use. When we start the boiler, in a couple of months we noticed that the boiler is capable to produce even more energy. That's the way the project started, and we ended up to have a digital solution which is monitoring boiler all the time. We can run it sort of overload safely.
What we did in the project was that we took the process data, we had the boiler model, how much they could run, maximum, minimum, with a certain portfolio of fuels. There is a big variety of the maximum and minimum capacity. Usually the customers just try with the static maximum limit, but we took this process data, the boiler model, included those together and get the real data-based maximum for the boiler with that current fuel. Vantaan Energia was perfect customer for us in this co-creation. First of all, they are progressive. Secondly, they are utilizing data and data analytics for the operation. And thirdly, the culture is transparent. Perfect match for this kind of co-creation.
After we have identified the root cause, we need to understand what kind of information is needed in order to make a clear solution for that. We discuss with the customer, we interview the operators, we interview all the stakeholders which are relation to that specific challenge. Then we gather the data, we get our people together, we analyze the data, and then we can propose a solution.
Best part in this project was that we were able to create real measurable customer value. By maximizing the bio production, we allowed to decrease the coal production.
I would describe it very easy from the client side. We told them what we want, and we have a few meetings. We started to raise the idea from the zero to the product. They are quite good at that, I must say. I would not say that it was the consultant work. It's the supplier who knows what their goal is, and they really work hard with that.
Time-wise, the project was, in my opinion, quick. When we first started, we expected something like half a year, 1 year, but it was quick. I think the main advance is we got maximum benefit from our investment, that's one thing, and also when we can run the biofuel plant maximum available power, we get also less CO2 emissions, so it's very good for environmental also.
I was amazed that they reached the goals and they stayed more or less in original plan.
Cooperation process which has been done, it's huge for us because the product is actually made for us. It's designed for you, for the plant. It's excellent product because the boiler manufacturers have so much knowledge. I'm very happy with that one.
So, how this story began and how did we get here in this launch webinar? First of all, SFW has started a company-wide innovation program in autumn 2018. Main purpose of innovation program was to widen SFW's product and service portfolio to meet changes in global energy market. SFW started this dialogue with current customers to identify real customer challenges where SFW as a service and technology provider could bring the best knowledge and thus develop new type of solutions to meet customer challenges. All this to be done with a co-creation model, applying service design and agile product development methods. In practice, this means that we will start with minor investments for proving the concept and collect valuable data. In case proof of concept has been successful, we start developing and designing a real solution but keeping development and customer feedback cycles fast and thus cost effective. In case proof of concept would not have been successful, we would have stopped development activities and changed the angle of development direction. Few months later, in March 2019, one of our customers, Vantaan Energia, had took over a new retrofit project, a BFB boiler which is now burning biomass. We discussed together with Vantaan Energia team how could we improve this boiler even further by using all our company knowledge and experience. Originally, this boiler was slightly bigger in terms of thermal megawatts than the current unit after the retrofit. Therefore, we knew it could be operated at higher loads than what it was recently designed for. We ended up having an idea to utilize modern IT tools and a cloud computing performance as enablers to provide first-of-a-kind online boiler model. Previously, all boiler models and design calculations have always been static calculation, and boiler operators have used those calculation results as their limiting factors. Well, this time we were doing something different, calculating boiler performance in a dynamic way by feeding continuously real-time process data in the boiler model, which was coded and put in operation in our own cloud environment. Today, we can talk about boiler maximum momentary rate instead of boiler maximum continuous rate. This means in practice that we unleashed so-called hidden potential of design margins, which are always considered as design limits in static boiler design calculations. All this was turned into a totally new service concept so that customer can benefit increased boiler thermal capacity without additional risk and without heavy investment cost. We started this process with an old-fashioned feasibility study and collected some previous operational data. In this picture, we can see how much upgrade potential we found in Vantaa Energia's PFB boiler case. Blue graphic line is showing historical process data about typical 100% MCR load when operators have been operating boiler with a full load mode. Green graphic line shows the maximum momentary rate predicted by our boiler model simulation. As you can see, there was some upgrade potential hidden behind the original static design values, and most likely this could be unleashed without additional risk of wear and tear. We showed this potential estimation to customer, and it was the first real step to get them really interested about this new co-creation type of service development project. After 3 months of hard work, we reached MVP, minimum viable product level, and in this picture we can see MVP test period, the gray shaded area. The test was conducted in December 2019. Before starting the test period, you can see operator's normal full power operation practice. Blue line, which is the actual power, and red line is the new calculated maximum momentary rate recommendation. Operators were instructed to follow our BMMR recommendation during the 10 days test period. Soon after the test period, operators returned back to their previous normal maximum load operation mode, which was, as you can see, lower than our BMMR recommendation. After this test, the customer was convinced that this service will bring tangible savings in their operation, because they can partially replace higher cost coal firing with lower cost biomass firing. After the MVP test, we started to negotiate with Vantaa Energia about commercial terms and schedule. Finally, commercial use of this first digital service solution was started in April 2020. At last, finally here, we are so proud to present our new digital services brand, Isana product family. We have joined our forces in digital development with our owner, Sumitomo Heavy Industries. Our Japanese colleagues are focusing on a bit different type of services, and those will be launched later in the future. It means that Isana product family will be growing with some very neat products and services. But let's first focus on our current digital service portfolio. And before going into details, few words about Isana. You might be wondering, what does it mean? It's an ancient Japanese language and meaning something like leading or guiding to the right direction. And I think it reflects just perfectly with our digital services. We want also to help our customers to make better decisions based on real-time data and thus guiding them to the right direction. In our current toolbox, we have following services. Envelope to boost your boiler performance. Bed management to increase your availability rates. Fouling management to optimize your soot blowing cycles. Those three are more or less focusing on improving boiler performance and reliability. Next one, leakage detection, can be identified more on risk management side. It will detect and alert faster your operators about boiler leakage to avoid secondary damages. Following services are kind of supporting services. Process view, excellent tool for troubleshooting. Reporting services, which can be customized to meet your reporting needs. Edge IoT to connect with DCS system at the plant. And finally, remote advisory services. There is nothing greater than to have world-class expert on the line and ask his or her opinion about the most relevant challenge at the plant. At this point, I will hand over the presentation to Jari Sundqvist, who will present these services and explain the benefits in more detail. Jari, please, stage is yours.
Thank you, Ilkka. We will now take a look at the 4 industrial analytics services: envelope, bed management, fouling management, and leakage detection. Let's start with the envelope and look into a product that takes your boiler safely over the 100% maximum continuous rating. Each boiler design has maximum load limits for specific fuel mixtures, fuel qualities, and operation conditions. To ensure everyday operation safely, with changing conditions, and also without exact fuel information, safety margins are applied with design values. Envelope application provides you the real-time information of the boiler maximum load that is safely available with the current fuel mixture and quality. This way, you will get the full utilization of your boiler capacity and the unused design margins without increased risk of additional maintenance costs. In other words, envelope takes the unused design margin dynamically into use. The technology behind this includes machine learning algorithms, comprehensive boiler models, datasets from global database, over 300 real-time data points. So what level of increased production can you expect when taking envelope into use? Well, on average, you can operate the boiler from 3 to 5% above the nominal MCR and all the time without additional risk and without additional maintenance costs. Next, we'll take a look at another analytics application, the bed management. Challenging fuels may cause particle agglomeration in the fluidized bed material. This can further lead to more severe sintering of the bed and eventually to shutdown of the boiler, unless corrective procedures are started in time. And this is what you will get with the application: alerts and corrective procedures. With continuously fluctuating fuel quality, sintering may be impossible for boiler operators to recognize by following the basic operative routine. Bed management illustrates you the overall bed condition and the prevailing risk level for agglomeration and sintering in the fluidized bed. Operators are also alerted immediately of increased agglomeration risks, which enables them to react swiftly and correctly right after the first signs of sintering, thus helping them to avoid unexpected boiler downtime. Besides this, the system also increases operators' awareness of bed behavior and condition by providing real-time information on temperature, pressure, bed thickness, fluidization velocity, all in easy-to-adapt format. Let's see an example of actual shutdown avoidance from January. And this is January 2021. Bed management service has just been deployed for our customer. Our services always include 1 month free monitoring service. This service noticed increased risk level on Monday evening and asked our expert to check the situation. On Tuesday, we also notified the customer about this and verified they were aware and prepared on the situation. And later on Tuesday, the bed management application on customer side raised the warning and remedy actions were started. Flushing the bed usually takes some time, and since the risk level didn't turn down immediately, the remedy procedures were increased. Next morning, the application showed red alert, and that alert level and maximum remedy procedures were applied. Our expert also visited the site to ensure this and also to check situation and take some samples. The procedures were effective, and during Wednesday the risk level went back to normal. And here on the photo you can see the size of the sinter sample on our expert hand. So this is a case where bed management helped avoid costly shutdown and several days of lost production. Then the next application, and this is coming fresh out from our development. The fouling management. Knowing the right soot blowing interval of your boiler is challenging yet important. Too frequent soot blowing causes accelerated wear in boiler tubes and uses excessive steam. On the other hand, lack of proper soot blowing allows fouling to degrade heat exchanger performance. This problem can be solved with fouling management application. It enables you to optimize boiler performance with adaptive soot blowing cycles. The operator can monitor the performance and clearly see the optimal timing for the next soot blowing. And here on this table you can see the next soot blowing time clearly displayed in hours. And just like the previous application, envelope and bed management, this application also unifies the operations between the shifts and operators. So with this, every operator uses the same knowledge and follows the same best practices the same way. Next, we'll take a look at the leakage detection application. And as you know, the risk for boiler tube leakages is largely managed by the regular boiler inspections and proactive maintenance. But nevertheless, all leakages cannot be fully prevented by conventional offline methods. When a tube leakage occurs, immediate reacting and prompt shutdown of the boiler can be crucial in minimizing production losses and repair costs. With leakage detection application, you can detect and identify even small water and steam leakages with the existing process instrumentation. No need to install any special sensors here. This is possible by utilizing sophisticated methods to detect deviations from the normal process state. The same methods also can assist you in identifying the leakage locations. So this application will not prevent the leakages, but with it you will avoid secondary damages and excessive repairs with leaking high pressure steam parts. And you can minimize downtime and production losses. We have now visited 4 advanced analytics applications and time to move to other highly requested digital services. Process view with the basic overview is included with all systems. We always customize it to match your boiler configuration. Process view collects the main process values in modern graphical user interface. In addition, we also provide some additional back-calculated values from boiler balance calculation that are typically not available in your DCS views. For example, boiler efficiency, heat to steam and fuel flow. The basic calculations use air, flue gas, steam and feed water information as inputs. So this comes included and can be customized according to your needs and preferences. Additional views can also be designed and taken into use in a matter of days. Then the Data Explorer. We rely on Azure standard services in all development and offering. Our cloud-based trending solution is based on Azure Time Series Insights. With Data Explorer, you get real-time data trending anywhere. You can monitor the health, usage, and performance of your assets. With it, you will get full in-depth benefits from our analytics and learn new insights. For example, what is causing out of balance process. The tool comes with fully customizable views, long-term trends, and great options to visualize the data. For example, chart lanes and different chart types. The nodes or tags, data points, are contextualized and come in customizable hierarchies. And as you would expect, they are fully searchable, which comes very handy when building the views and exploring the data. Then continuing from these views, we can go to reporting platform, and this is where you can see the views in report format. And also, in addition, build other kind of reporting. Various reports from boiler operations are constantly required. Emissions, fuel consumption, and energy production needs to be reported on daily, monthly, and yearly basis. And Power BI as a reporting platform makes customized and interactive reports possible with extensive visualization capabilities, and using Azure for data handling gives you an easy and fast access to these mandatory reports. Furthermore, combining the reporting with our analytics products will give you more benefits by creating detailed insights from the boiler processes. So now, we are ready to move to the third type of services to be covered today, and that's the advisory services. This is where we combine years and years of industrial knowledge, all our digital technology, and best-in-class customer service. Taking care of your success is our top priority. If you need to tackle abrupt problems occurring in energy production and want to understand the boiler behavior better, or increase your boiler operator's confidence, then the remote advisory services will come to your help. We ensure optimal performance for your boiler and help avoiding boiler downtime and repairs that are often caused by secondary damages. SFW Expert Network is there for you the way you prefer. It can be a simple periodical monitoring and reporting, or contacting and acting fast when needed, process consulting, or even a 24/7 standby advisory. And that concludes the walkthrough of our digital services offering. Please welcome Markus on the stage to tell you how easy it is to take these services into use. Should you have any detailed questions related to these, please post them to webinar platform. We'll read them all, pick as many as possible in the Q&A section and reply the rest by email. But now, Markus, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Jari. Here you can see Isana's 4 cornerstones. All starts with secure data collection. Data security is a very important topic and we take it seriously. That is why we have put effort to build data collection to be secure. In data collection itself, we collect the necessary data points from the plant's DCS and send them forward to the cloud platform we manage. Cloud platform with its high-performance cloud analytics is used to process the collected data. We combine decades of expertise in boiler operations with data and analytics services. This enables us to provide value-added results to end users in an easy-to-adapt format. Isana works as a web application. Different products and services are in the application as their own tabs. That way, adding new services to the customer-specific Isana environment is easy and fast. Isana doesn't require separate, timely, and costly software installations. Isana's pricing is based on a monthly subscription and pay per performance type thinking. It's very important to us that our customers get a real benefit from our solutions, and we want to bring this into pricing. We evaluate the benefits of the solution, discuss the matter with the customer, how they see it, and in agreement we create a customer-specific price for the solution. Data collection is a mandatory and important part of the delivery. Currently, we have 2 main ways to solve the data collection. The traditional IoT Edge industrial PC-based data collection and devices cloud-to-cloud thinking-based OCS cloud data collection. IoT Edge industrial PC is connected to DCS using OPC UA interface, and the device is A4 size and easy to install. Devices data collection is still in the proof of concept phase. Its advantage is that there is no need to send a physical device to the plant. In this case, data is collected from PI server to OSIsoft Cloud and onwards to our Azure Cloud platform. High-class cybersecurity and data privacy is a valued topic for us and also for our customers. We care for the data through its life cycle. Customers value that they keep ownership of data while using our products and solutions. Customer data is fully isolated and encrypted both at rest and on transit. We follow the security best practices throughout the development, deployment, and operation of our products. We use modern tools to authenticate users. Customer-controlled single sign-on and IP restrictions are available, and security audits by industry-leading partners can be selected as part of the deployment. Digital services rely on 3 strong areas of expertise which are combined to ISANA. Power plant knowledge. We SFW have decades of expertise on designing and on engineering boilers. We have our own boiler manufacturing and world's best understanding from fuel stack. We have the expertise to evaluate feasibility of a change. Optimization of performance, production, consumption, and availability play a key role. We combine fuel and material knowledge, also taking into account equipment lifetime estimation and risk mitigation. Asset analytics. We have gathered process data for 20 years, built analytics and algorithms, and then there is the understanding on process technology and understanding fields. We have a dedicated full-time data analytics team, and we utilize modern tools on Microsoft Azure platform. As a recap, ISANA is a digital product family focused on boiler analytics, which includes now 4 products and other customer-specific supporting services. The ISANA product family is actively developed based on customer needs, so if you have ideas on how to develop the product family even better, do not hesitate to contact us. With ISANA, you can get significant benefits for operating the plant depending on your needs. With ISANA, you can increase your production, reduce operating costs, and improve availability and reliability. Deploying ISANA is fast and easy, just in a few weeks. There is not a long and time-consuming project for the customer. The service generates value for the customer from day one. We hope our webinar was interesting and gave you ideas on how ISANA could make your boiler operation more efficient and easier. If you would like more information, please visit our website where you can easily book a meeting. You can also submit a request callback on our website. At this point, I want to thank you for attending the webinar. Next, we have the questions and answers section.
Okay, so ready for the questions. The first question here is that can you please send the presentation slides after the webinar? And yes, we will send you the slides and link to the recording also. Then we have a couple of boiler specific questions. I think Ilkka can take those.
Yes, thank you. We have a question, is this service applicable for metallurgical waste heat boilers? Well, first of all, this is an excellent question. Currently, we don't have any application installed at the waste heat boilers, but I would see that from analytic products, the leakage detection would fit to waste heat boilers. Other services would also fit, but in case you would have a detailed need in mind, please book a meeting with our team and we are happy to discuss more in detail. Then we have other, let's say, boiler technology related question. Can ISANA be used with BFB or CFB boilers only? So we have both generic and boiler type specific applications and services. Reporting, data explorer and advisory services are suitable for any type of boilers. So is the leakage detection application, and the fouling management application suits well also for PC boilers. And then envelope and bed management, those are designed and targeted for BFB and CFB boilers only.
Then we have implementation related question. We are interested in leakage detection service. How fast you could implement it to our site? Well, leakage detection application could be commissioned in 2 to 4 weeks from the purchase order, assuming that all IT related questions are clarified. And also the delivery time is depending on boiler OEM. Is it Sumitomo's delivered boiler or some other OEM? Our delivered boilers can be deployed a bit faster as we have all needed engineering data already available.
Okay, then the next question, this is related to data collection. How many boilers can be optimized with the same data system? And multiple boilers can be connected with a single hardware installation, the same edge device, as long as all the boilers are available on the same network or under same DCS.
Then what's pricing level, for example, bed management? Like mentioned, pricing for all our 4 analytics applications is based on estimation of customer value with the minor cost relating data collection setup. And detailed pricing can be discussed separately.
Then we have a question about the boiler size. So can you support over 300 megawatt thermal boilers and multiple units? Yes, actually there is no upper limit on the boiler capacity nor number of the units. So, and actually the benefits increase hand in hand with the increased boiler size.
Then, do you support access restriction by IP? Yes, we can restrict access to the system from only selected IP addresses, and together with multi-factor authentication, I think this is pretty good. That with the IP address whitelisting, you can skip the MFA, so it will be easy for the users to access when accessing it from within the company network. And we also have the single sign-on, and this will make it easy for the customer admins to control the access. And also together with this kind of a company-wide licensing, there is no hassle between those that who are authorized to use, but admin can select that which users can access the system within the company.
Then we have a next question. Is the current instrumentation of the boiler usually sufficient for the service, or do new measurements need to be installed on the boiler? Well, of course, this is depending typically the original delivery year of boiler and which analytics we are talking about. So in case the boiler has been commissioned in recent years, then the normal instrumentation level is adequate. In some older boiler units, there might be a need to install 1 or more additional instruments to get analytics working properly.
Is there minimum load optimization for envelope? And this is something that we do have in the development stage currently. So if you're interested in this, so please book a meeting and we can discuss in more detail about that. Then data security or privacy. How long time Sumitomo can ensure data storage in the cloud? How many years data is available and accessible? So we retain all the collected data during the active operation of the system. and the data is retained and accessible for the customer also for 1 year period after the subscription is cancelled. After this, the data is wiped out, and this naturally can be requested at any time by customer. And I guess that was the last question. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for your attention, and we hope that this was an informative webinar and time well spent. So in case you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact us. The easiest way is to book a meeting on our website for more detailed discussions. At this point, we would like to wish you a very nice day.